Hi guys, welcome to this week's Tuesdays with Terica. Hey, you know what? In honor of Father's Day, we're going to hear a couple of words of encouragement from some fathers who have already walked the walk. Stay tuned. I hope you enjoy. Hey guys, for this week's Tuesdays with Terica, we're doing something just a little bit different. I wanted to have some brief conversations with some men who are very important to me. They wanted to just kind of share their thoughts on Father's Day. I want to also just kind of share a few things myself, and then I'll let you tap into what they had to say. Wanted to just honor my father, Capers Bryant, who is no longer with us, but really was a good dad. I didn't always think so in going through life. You know, as a young person, I thought he was very, very hard, very, very strict. And he was, but I know the reason behind it now. After I kind of grew up and had some life experiences, was able to see things from a mature mind, then I realized a lot of what he did, a lot of what he said was actually for my good, even though it didn't feel like it at the time. He is no longer with us. He's been gone for about 6 years now. And, you know, everything that I do as far as my real estate career, I always think, would he be proud? And actually, I think he would, because when I wasn't doing much of anything and I was really just trying to find my way, he was still proud just because I was putting forth the effort. So I am very grateful to God. A couple of things that he really instilled in me was working hard, and also what do you do when somebody says no. So I'm going to tell you a little quick story about my life and growing up. So I would always ask my father for various things, whether it was clothes, whether it was getting a new hairstyle, you know, whatever. I would always ask him, and regardless as to what I said, his response was always no. It didn't matter. No. No was his first go-to word in response to whatever I asked. And what that taught me from a young age is, if you won't do it, then I'll have to figure out a way to do it myself, which allowed me to start planning and preparing on how to make money and how to save so that I could have those things that I wanted, whether it was a pair of shoes, whether it was a necklace, because at that time, you know, I'm going to date myself, that was when rap first came out. Everybody was wearing gold chains, and I couldn't afford it because I didn't have any money, and my dad always said no. So I remember saving for my first chain, and it was really an accomplishment because it didn't come over time. You know, I was basically just babysitting. It was really before I was actually able to actually get a job. So I was just babysitting, you know, doing some little things at home. We didn't have it like a lot of kids do now, where they can actually do chores and get money. No, chores was a part of our being a part of the family and a part of being in the home. So we didn't get any type of reward. The reward was we ate, we had water, we had clothes. You know, you get where I'm going with this. So we didn't get an allowance. So anything that I could do extra, I saved my money until I was able to achieve that goal. Then I remember one time I was really at a certain time in life, and one of my favorite people in the whole world, her name was Dolores Brown. She was a hairstylist. She had just gotten her license. She was doing some very creative things with hair, and my dad did not want me to cut my hair. And so he said, well, if you cut it, you're going to pay for it yourself. He paid for me to have my hair done, but he didn't want to pay for me to get it cut. And so I had worked, again babysitting, And I saved my money, and I had gone in to get my hair done. I said, okay, I'm ready to get my hair cut. And she was like, I'm not cutting your hair. And I said, well, no, my dad said if I had the money to pay you, that I could go ahead and get my hair cut. And she was like, no, I'm not cutting your hair. I'll talk to your dad first, and if he says it's okay, then I'll cut your hair. So that meant I had to wait another 2 weeks or another month or whatever. And then he agreed because I had saved the money. And I really don't think he thought I was going to save the money to do it, but I did. I'm saying all this to say that a lot of times I know as parents, everybody always says, and again, I don't have children, I'm only going by my experience and the conversations that I have with parents, but I do hear a lot, I want to make sure that my children have more than I do. I want to make sure that I'm giving them the best. And I think that's great. I think if you can't afford it, you should. But I also want to just impart to you, as we're just having this conversation about fathers and everything, sometimes it's not a bad thing to allow your child to work for some things, to have a goal, to have a plan, to put a plan in place, and to actually be patient enough to see it come to fruition. Everything cannot be a speedy right now kind of gratification. And the reason for that is because when things in real life doesn't happen that way, then a lot of the kids, a lot of the young people are very discouraged and they're very hurt, and they don't know how to go back, pick up the pieces and start again, because they're always waiting on somebody to fix it. Life is not about somebody always fixing the problem or the situation. God intended for us to walk it through. So just a little bit of fruit for thought, okay? Food for thought, fruit for thought, it's all the same, right? Okay. Anyway, I just want to share today how I appreciate my dad and the sacrifices that he made and the lessons that he taught, whether he knew he was teaching them to me or not. I got it. I may not have gotten everything. I may not have gotten it all in the time that he intended, but I got it. And I appreciate God for allowing him to do some things that help me in life today to be able to achieve some of the goals that I have set for myself in today. It's a blessing and it is an honor. I want to also salute my uncle, Pastor Reverend John E. Young. He is one of my faves as well. He's an awesome guy, awesome uncle. He's always been my favorite. He's also been very hard as well, but he's been my favorite because he's always been consistent. He's always been steady. And even when he was hard, he was still showing it in love. He never has not said, I love you. He has never not shown some type of caring gesture that allowed me to know that he has had my best interest at heart, even on the days that I thought he didn't like me. But I am very grateful. I'm grateful that we have an opportunity to talk about the Lord. We have an opportunity to talk about life, and we have an opportunity to share life together. Very grateful. My dad is no longer with me, but God gave me my uncle to stand in his stead, and so I'm so appreciative of that. There's so many other men. My pastor, Pastor Akers, is a phenomenal guy. So grateful for all that he pours into me, not just spiritually, but as a friend, and as my father in ministry. I am so grateful for all that he pours into my life and how he helps guide me from a place where he really didn't know me, but had to learn me quickly, even up until today. And he's still on pushing me and encouraging me and speaking life into me and over me for the greater. Very grateful for that. Grateful to my cousin Lance, who always fills in the gap. I do have a brother, my brother Boyd, who is he is my backbone. He has my back in everything that I do. And Lance has come in, and they have kind of merged to be a support system for me and to show forth love. I do want to thank my cousin Mark. He's the fun one out of the bunch, but he's also the worrisome one as well. He knows exactly what I'm saying, whether he sees this or not. But I appreciate all of the men in my life who have given me guidance, who have covered me, who have supported me, who have sustained me. There are several pastors and bishops. Don't want to miss Bishop Harris, who is my sister's pastor in Virginia, always speaking life, always covering me. I am just so grateful for the many, many people, the many men, the many fathers that God has afforded me in my life, in my journey. So many from my past, from my childhood, that are no longer with us. My godfather, who is no longer with us, Deacon Washington. Just so grateful, because a lot of times we don't always see the best men. We see some portion of a man. We see men who aren't doing what they should as being a parent or as being a father. There is a difference between being a father and a dad. If you don't know, you need to figure it out and know what that means. But I am so grateful that God has afforded me an opportunity to have wonderful, wonderful men in my life that have been so great to me. And I want you all to know, so that it is documented, I love you, I love you, I love you. I appreciate you so very much, and I bid you all Godspeed. I have several cousins, Dwight and Terry, Tyrone, my brother-in-law, Tony, Mr. Smoot. So many men in my life who I am just grateful for. And if I didn't call your name, then know that it is not because you don't mean something to me. It's just for the sake of time. So I just want to thank you all for giving me an opportunity to share my life. Dwight, I didn't forget you. If I didn't say I didn't forget you, and I didn't forget you, Zeke, okay? I just want you all to know I appreciate you guys so much. I want you to continue to strive to be the best and the greatest that you can be. And for those of you who are watching and I don't know you by name, do the very best that you can each and every day to impart life into your child or into those young people that are around you. You never know, you never ever know what they may glean from just one word that you may say. Mr. Jenkins, you know you're my number one. And my real number one is my cousin Wes, who is in Ohio. Hey guys, thank you so much for entertaining me today. I have a couple of clips, one clip from Lance Young. I am going to post him. You will not be able to hear him because we were having dinner and the noise was just crazy. Wasn't able to retape him, so please forgive me for that. But again, I just want you guys to know I love you to life. Until next week, enjoy. Happy Father's Day, Bishop. How are you today?
I'm well, God bless you, God bless you. Hey, all of those on Tuesdays with Terica, it's such a blessing to see you all again. To all the fathers, I hope you're having a wonderful Father's Day week, weekend, month, year, all that.
Well, tell me something about Father's Day. The first time that you heard you were going to be a father and you celebrated your first Father's Day, how did you feel?
My first Father's Day was an awesome experience for me because I was waiting for my oldest son. I remember painting the nursery and sitting there after putting together his crib and thinking about, I'm going to be a dad. I'm going to be a father. And of course, the excitement to have my father wish me happy Father's Day, I think the first time is what made it so special.
That is awesome. Okay, and from the first time to today, has anything changed?
Yes, with every Father's Day, there's new nuances, new experiences. Now I'm not just a father, but I'm a grandfather. And the experiences of every year, understanding that in every aspect of fatherhood, you learn, you continue to learn, you continue to grow, you continue to, should I say, recover from the mistakes that you make, as well as not sweating, as we say, what seems to be big as a young father. And the first time you have children, it's completely different as you get older. And then the wonderful opportunity to also be a spiritual father and watch your spiritual children grow and develop. It is a wonderful experience.
Well, we just want to wish you a wonderful Father's Day. We hope you have a blessed day. And until next time, enjoy.
God bless.
Okay. Hey, Reverend Young. Happy Father's Day to you.
Well, thank you.
How are you feeling today?
Fine.
And this, how many years have you celebrated Father's Day?
Oh, ever since I've been married and had children.
So your oldest would be how old?
Well, I was celebrating Father's Day because I celebrated my daddy.
But for you to be a dad,
Oh,
Colette was...
Colette was celebrated. Well, when was Colette first born? When was my Father's Day? Well, Colette was born in after
Colette would be how old?
Colette would be 63. It's 4 years ago. Colette would be about 67.
So you have celebrated Father's Day officially about 67 years.
Yeah.
So how do you think now compares to when you were a father before, when you were a first father?
Oh, just greater. I feel.
Can you look this way?
I feel more happier because I live longer.
Look this way. Because you've lived longer, you
Yeah.
feel better because you've looked longer. You've lived longer. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so, if you had to share something with a new father, and this is his first year of celebration, what would you tell him?
To the new fathers,
Yes.
I would tell them to base it on scripture.
Mm-hmm.
You know, train up a child. That means you be with them, you spend some time with them, and then you explain what Father's Day represent in the meaning of it and why we celebrate Father's Day. And that's a good time. That is a good time for children, even small children, to realize the purpose of a father.
Leading by an example, huh?
That's right. Lead by example.
So you have celebrated Father's Day for 67 years,
Mm-hmm.
and we're celebrating you today as well, because we're taking you to dinner because that's what you wanted to do. And we hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful Father's Day and many, many more. Is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah, I want to thank my children who will be there with us as we go out for lunch. And my heart is bubbling over with joy. And I give God the praise for all the blessing that has been bestowed upon me for 89 years.
All right. Well, until next time, enjoy your day. Hey, Lance. How are you today?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Hey, happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you so much.